I want to know how many people made a fantasy bracket of this tournament and expected this winners finals.
I would approximate zero because there is not fantasy brackets for this tournament. But
I mean,
in theory,
down, you know what I'm saying.
In theory, if anybody were to make that, March Madness bracket, nobody's got N beating MBD. I don't think that just seems like a hard matchup in general. But here he is fighting Grayson in winners finals.
Nice.
Match of two gentlemen of HMO. We'll see parries all the time from N. You cannot be predictable with your landing timing against N. And even when you get unpredictable, N is still so good at being patient and reacting to when you're going to drop down an aerial. That is what makes him so scary.
All these shallow nairs he's connecting. He's getting the tippy toes, but he can't convert off of them. Roundhouse almost killing at the ledge. Tori, catch the landing. Grayson had nowhere to go.
If he maybe went to the other side of N, he could maybe use that backer to go further. But at that point, N can still do that Shoryu, and he'll still catch him because Ken will turn around to face.
Nice recognition of where that down tilt's going to censor. Gets the Hado follow-up. Nice damage. N is getting so much off of every conversion.
It's a big thing for him tonight is that he just has not missed a beat on his punish game. Ooh, there we go, though.
The thing is, every time you see a Ken go for a crescent kick, that's the one where he does like a little baby-like roundhouse, not a real roundhouse.
Yeah.
Any follow-up after that is all mix-up based.
Completely. Unless you're Bowser at certain percents, he can crescent kick into forward smash.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Right, crescent kick forward smash is a real thing, but lower percents, like, that's not your combo.
No, it's not.
That, like, there we go. That was a mix-up him trying to read a jump.
Boy, N just looks so good tonight. And like you said, it's about those mix-ups with Ken, and N has, like, hardly mixed up incorrectly.
Okay. Forward smash catches him getting stuck on that gyro.
Getting stuck on that gyro can be scary. He's dead? Who tries that? He tried to special cancel the down air into the up B. That's going to be stock.
He's trying to be slick. The fact that he got down air special cancel into focus in the first place on the way down to get out of that sticky situation almost ended himself a kill. He just missed the execution, and this should be it.
What an opportunist. We've seen it all night from N, and a 2-stock over Grayson. That is a heck of a way to say I'm here to win this tournament tonight, despite the opposition.
N's really good at video games.
Quite. Heartily agree.
Really good at video games.
We've seen it all night.
And these two, of course, they've played each other a bajillion times. They're both in the same crew. They've well practiced against each other. So to see something like as one-sided as that, a clean 2-stock, almost JV3, you got hit like once.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
it's gotta be so far in Grayson's head.
It looks like he's pulling out a lot of stuff that Grayson hasn't seen before. And I think the other thing is that Grayson just wasn't getting any starting hits. Like, everything was a glancing blow. He didn't get anything like that in that last game.
And now it's Grayson's turn to skate through N's head right now.
That's the thing about crew versus crew, right? If you're in the same crew, if you have to team kill, this happens a lot. You get a 2-stock, start of the next game, 0 to death. It just happens.
Clean. Oh, it's got to go really low.
That's good recognition there by N, though. He knows that Grayson, as aggressive of a Rob as he is, does not often go really deep off stage. That's what King K will do often. But Grayson loves to stick on stage and command what it is. You know, keep control of the stage, keep whoever it is he's fighting out.
Yes,
and against Shotos, that's important.
He's dead.
Yeah. Didn't even go through the whole thing. He was like, that's enough.
Anytime a Ken or Ryu has to Tatsu from that deep off stage, they should be dead. Trying to get the double dare dip.
Oh!
Doesn't find the sweet spot, so now N is still struggling to take this first stock.
Did you see how N backed up to where the gyro was on stage and he just sort of defended it and he said, look, Grayson, if you want this gyro, you're going to have to jump over Ken.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck. That's because that's what's going to happen.
Sure you can. Taking the first stock. Now let's see if he can get some good damage. First conversion, 27. That's not bad.
Wow, Grayson really, that's what I'm saying, right? Is that to land on a Shoto, you really have to mix up your landing timing, make them commit to something, but N doesn't fall victim to that. He just does it twice? 2 in a row?
Even though he didn't die immediately, he had a Tatsu from that far out.
And you're right.
So he's just done.
There's a whole lot of spinning going on right there, but there's only one person that was winning. And that was Grayson. So, like you said, 2-stock game 1, 2-stock game 2. That happens when it's a team kill game.
Nobody knows what's happening game 3.
Or game 4 or game 5 if we get there.
Worth noting, winners finals, we've now reached that best of 5 territory.
Mm-hmm. The most important thing that Grayson has going for him right now is that he is not up 2-0 against N.
Oh.
N does not lose when he is down 2-0. If N goes down 2-0, he is inevitably going to make that comeback. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it happen, and we saw it happen like twice last week.
He is the comeback king.
He's the comeback king. If I didn't know any better, I'd say maybe Grayson threw that game 1 to make sure he didn't go up 2-0 on N. Because like literally last week he was saying, man, my biggest mistake, honestly, going up 2-0 on N. Oh, I can't believe I did that. So now, you know, it's 1-1. That means that N doesn't have the full fire in him, but must have at least a little bit, you know, after getting 2-stocked in that last game, coming here on Final Destination, that's going to tighten the screws a little bit.
Every single time that I've observed, and I might have missed a few, it's possible, but every time I've observed N getting a crescent kick combo on Grayson, he's always trying to read the jump afterwards, and Grayson hasn't jumped a single time. I don't know if that's just the no mix-up where he expects Grayson to change it up because he sees things.
Grayson, of all people, would know that the no mix-up is exactly what N wants. All right, Tatsu, this time Grayson had already committed, but with no jump, N will be dead. That was just such a clean sequence there from Grayson. Like you said, it all starts because N's not quite getting the punishes that he needs whenever he does win neutral.
Jumps right into that laser, doesn't get focused out fast enough, has it a Tatsu over the gyro.
I love that he had his jump, but now he's in trouble. Does have it back after getting hit by that arm rotor on stage. You know that N's not going to go off stage there. As much as Grayson can mix it up, he knows that he's not really in danger of getting completely ledge guarded, but there we go. Love that.
He lived?
Yeah, no, Rob's fat.
Rob sure is fat. I just didn't expect him to live that roundhouse there.
Okay, the big thing about Grayson is that he has played against Ken enough, being a member of HMO, to know how to escape those down tilts. But that is so instrumental in these games. Even a guy like MVD we saw not being able to escape from them that easily. And now with Grayson up 3 stocks to 1, again, looking like echoes of that game too.
Down tilt, that should assure you. Finally, N is able to steal the first stock, but again, down a clean one.
It's making that comeback that matters when you play against Rob. You're down a whole stock. A character like Ken can make that up with just a couple of wins in neutral, but you have to be careful that you're not over-committing up close to Rob because he has so many good boxing tools.
Man, game 1 looked really solid for N, but after game 2 and going into this one, I feel like Grayson hit N with a level 3 focus because he's crumpling.
No, you know what? You're right. Definitely the crumple stilt skin right now.
Struggled bug right now. He's cornering himself with these nairs. He's found his opportunity, though. Ooh. Doesn't find the combo.
See that N is not quite respecting that aerial pressure that Grayson has, but with that getting so close to killing with some rage, not out of N's reach just yet.
All right, one more hit. If he's able to find the conversion, should be. Ooh, he's not going to be able to battle kill. Had to find a chase.
Oh, but there we go with that up air. You can say goodbye to that stock. It's Grayson continuing to roll, even only getting that 1 stock in that game. Still pretty dominantly in his favor. We saw that was mostly, and kind of lost the script that he had in game 1, where he was going to remain, not passive, but he's going to play a little bit slower. He was going to try to wait and react to what Grayson was doing, and these last couple of games have just seemed a little too aggressive for men.
Game 2 and game 3, he definitely was holding in a lot more. And I want you to know, N has told me, in his own words, and said, neighbor, I want you to let the people know that the way that I've developed my play style is strictly based around Cartoon Network's fit in the hole.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He told me
Hole
about
in the
this.
wall. Hole in
And
the
then,
wall
he
is
showed
finna
you the clip from that one episode that he thinks is really funny.
Yep.
Yeah, which is, to be fair, really funny. I would not be able to do that pose either.
Basically, no matter what's happening, he has to find a way to fit himself in the hole in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're talking about
progressively- No, N does.
No,
That's what N
the way
Grayson's
he
supposed to
described it to me was that he throws holes
he
in the
throws
wall
holes
at
at
people,
people?
and they have to fit into the hole in the wall.
God bless. It gets progressively harder and harder to fit in that hole.
But right now, it seems like he threw all the advanced stuff at Grayson in game 1, and now he's just throwing him like T-poses and just like pencil dives, fetal position. Like, Grayson's like, I'd do these at home already.
Yeah, what he's not throwing Grayson is an L.
He
L's are really,
hasn't done that since game 1.
it's a really difficult shape to make. So that's what you want to do. Right now, though, he's got control of center. He can make a big. Oof. Grayson's so squirmy at the ledge.
And Ed is doing all of these high recoveries, and I think that as scary as Rob is as a ledge trapper, eventually you have to establish that you'll go to the ledge. Again, Ed is just holding in so much.
He's got this opportunity here. Gets good damage even though the diner doesn't kill, but Grayson just finds his way back on stage.
Look how good that forward air was, too. That not only gave N an approaching hitbox, but it also let him land on that gyro and just delete it out by slapping it. There we go, Grayson again, taking his time. You know, he's realized against N, that aggressive playstyle is not what he can go for, and N is just pressing buttons so hard. He's got a Tatsu, but he's still alive. Love that extra damage by Grayson, though.
Grayson really wanted to make sure he would take the biggest capitalization he could off of that bar Tatsu. Upper gave him an opportunity, but he didn't have the gas to cover the next one.
Tatsu in.
Sometimes you just gotta do it. Forward air almost kills him off the top.
Getting to those percents, but man, N, as much as he's been approaching so hard, it's the biggest problem is that it's all been in the air. He hasn't been approaching with a lot of slow grounded movement.
And it's clearly not just Ed, right? He's not just holding forward because he wants to, but Grayson's building these early leads, and Grayson's doing a really good job of holding back after game 1.
As much as we're talking about N, yeah, there is a lot to be said about the way that Grayson turned around from that game 1 and said, all right, I see how you're playing, so let me adjust my play style accordingly. Again, we've said that Grayson is generally a very aggressive Rob, but now he's setting up a lot more of a space that he can control, and he's waiting for N to enter that, and now it's his court to play on.
Yeah, he's found his opportunities to go in. Whenever he's found the hit and pushed N off stage, forced him to go for these weird recoveries.
Oh my goodness.
Up smash out of shield. And
that's
Grayson 3-1.
It's all in favor of Grayson after that game 1. I guess it's true. Just don't go up 2-0 on N.
You can't do it.
You just can't do it. But Grayson, man, he's proven that his adaptation game is strong.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's really nice. So he's going to be in grand finals. He will be one of the top 2 competitors to place here tonight.